put a smile on your face when you're moving from place to place. Good morning, good morning, morning, good morning, morning.
Viewers, welcome back this morning. We are chatting with Avian Parks Communications Director, Office of the Chief Sec. And this morning our focus is on the Tobago Day Awards 2023 and the art competition. She'll tell us more about it. Good morning and welcome to Avian Parks.
Good morning, Rhea, and let me say good morning to all your viewers and your listeners and, of course, all your followers on social media. It's a pleasure being here as usual.
Always good to chat with you, Avian Parks. Let's start this morning. Avian, tell us what's happening with regards to the Tobago Day Awards 2023.
Right. Well, as usual, we have the Tobago Day Awards. We held it in February this year due to inevitable circumstances. Last year, we weren't able to hold it in December, but we're back on for December 4th. As we know, Tobago Day is December 4th every year. December 4th marks the current incarnation of the Tobago House of Assembly, or the anniversary of the current incarnation from 1980. So that is why the Tobago Day is held on December 4th every year. It's the birthday of this current incarnation of the Tobago House of Assembly. So we opened nominations yesterday for persons, individuals and groups to submit nominations for the Tobago Day Awards. And the deadline is on Friday, 6th October 2023, 4 p.m. Persons can collect or obtain nomination forms, either from online, the THA website, which is www.tha.gov.tt, or if you do not have access to a computer or you are not very computer savvy, you can do the old school way and you can come in to the office of the Chief Administrator, and we are located at Smithfield Plaza. Now, some persons still don't know where Smithfield Plaza is, and we tell them next to where TRHA was, or diagonally opposite Rapid Response. So we are in that blue building, and it's on the 3rd floor. You can collect a physical nomination form, and you can also drop in the physical nomination form there if you are not very computer savvy. So we are encouraging persons to submit before the deadline. Sometimes we're a little slow and we think we have time, and then the deadline comes around and we're panicking. We're really trying to work within a time frame, because of course you have now the procurement process. Things are taking a little longer, and there's a bit more red tape or paperwork to be done. So we're trying to do things early. We're trying to get everything organized in time for December 4th. So we would not want to extend that deadline of Friday, 6th October. So please get in your nominations early. There are so many groups and individuals doing such great things in Tobago over the last year. So I really implore persons to get in those nominations early.
Avian, remind us of the categories for persons.
Right. So we have persons are awarded in public service, political service, sport, culture, education, technology. However, Rhea, I must mention, when you are submitting the nomination, you are not submitting for a category. So you basically submit a name or an organization. You indicate why you think this person or organization is deserving of an award. There is a nominations committee that is spearheaded by the sitting Chief Administrator, and that nomination awards committee will determine the category of award that the person is deserving of. So although the nomination forms and the ads will say Tobago Medal of Honor Gold, Silver, Bronze, you are not nominating for one of these categories.
You are nominating a name or organization.
Or an organization. The awards committee will determine the category that this name, this individual or organization is deserving of. And then once that part is finished, it's then submitted to the Chief Secretary and the Executive Council for final approval.
What are some of the factors that are taken into consideration for one being awarded the gold, silver, or bronze?
Well, I don't sit on the nominations committee. It tends to be made up of external persons. So as far as I know, the only THA person that really sits is the one who spearheads the chief administrator, and they will have their criteria. So I can't speak to that directly, but as in most awards or these types of ceremonies, they would look at the depth and the length of whatever the person is submitting. So, it can't be something very, very frivolous. And I'm not saying that to dissuade persons, but I still prefer to let the awards committee
Yes,
determine that. So I
Okay,
wouldn't want to
granted.
prejudge.
Okay, granted. You mentioned that the deadline date is the 6th of October, and persons can register online.
Online. So it's on the THA website, which is www.tha.gov.tt. So you can get the nomination form there as well.
Okay, again, the old school way.
And the old school way, you can come into Smithfield Plaza, Office of the Chief Administrator, and we are located diagonally opposite Rapid Response Building or next to where TRHA was located. And we're on the third floor. Or also, we used to have the Aldi supermarket in that compound. A lot of persons,
Aldi's, yes.
yes, a lot of persons are familiar with or were familiar with Aldi when they were located there. So we also use that as a landmark. I mean, they're no longer there, but it's the same compound. You go up to the third floor.
Okay. Now, Avian, you indicated earlier on, as we must be talking about the Tobago Day. Remind our viewers this morning, what was the initial intent or purpose behind the Tobago Day Awards?
Well, initially we used to have Assembly Day. That's what it was called. And I don't know if you remember, Rhea, but all the divisions of the
Yes.
assembly used to, sometimes it would be on the Esplanade or wherever, and showcase what they did as we commemorated the anniversary of the assembly. And then it was called the Chief Secretary's Awards. But in 2011, a motion was moved in the House by Claudia Groom-Duke as she felt that the Assembly Day or the Chief Secretary's Awards was a bit limited, and they wanted to expand it to all of what Tobago represented and the different things and areas that persons were involved in Tobago. So that's when it sort of spread its wings in 2011, and the Tobago Medal of Honor was then introduced, and then it was changed to Tobago Day Awards. So we had the Assembly Day, and then we had Chief Secretary's Awards, and then we're now Tobago Day Awards. But it's still held on December 4th, which is the birthday of this Tobago House of Assembly. And a lot of people don't remember that or don't know that. So every year they ask, when is Tobago Day or when is Tobago Day Awards? It's always held on December 4th. We celebrate Tobago Day on December 4th every year, the birthday of this incarnation of the THA.
Now, I remember, and this is quite recent, where even at the secondary schools, they used that day as well to highlight the importance of the Tobago House of Assembly and share some education on the Assembly legislature. Does that still occur, or is it all about the award ceremony?
It still occurs, but it's really an initiative of the schools. So the schools take that up as something they want to do for their students. And I know bishops had done it a couple of years, and they had really lovely presentations. But it's not something that we really go into the schools to do per se. We encourage them through the Division of Education to have the students become aware of the day by doing something. And so the schools really run with that initiative.
Okay. Now, just remind our viewers again, it's for individuals and groups
and organizations,
and it can be persons who are doing excellent job or who are making a difference in the community.
In the community, yes.
So it could be it could be the youth clubs.
The youth clubs. We've had many of the police youth clubs. We've had the youth groups. We've had NGOs. We've really had a wide cross section of the society cupping awards in the awards ceremony. And I mean, there's also the let me just look at it here. The Tobago Medal of Honor, bronze for loyal and devoted service beneficial to Tobago in any field of human endeavor or for gallantry or other humane action. So you've also had instances where someone may have rescued somebody or saved somebody from a really terrible situation, and they were awarded. So apart from areas of development and progress,
Yes.
you also have gallantry and humane action.
That person in your community who meets with the young people,
Yes.
maybe very casually on a weekend and just chat with them. I mean, these are
Making a
things making a
difference.
difference.
Making a difference in the Tobago space.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for joining us this morning, and remind us again of the website for persons to
So the
view.
website www.tha.gov.tt, and before you chase me off, Rhea,
No, never.
let me just mention, apart from the Tobago Day Awards, which is an initiative under the Office of the Chief
The
Secretary,
art
we
competition.
also have the Chief Secretary's Tobago Secondary Schools Art Competition, which was launched yesterday. And that deadline is the 11th of October. 11th of October, it's for all the secondary schools in Tobago. And we really, really look forward to the submissions from our art students. And you don't have to be a student doing art in your school to participate in the competition, because we've had a student who actually won, who was not an actual art student in her art program in her secondary school. And this year we are celebrating our 10th anniversary of the competition. And so we really want it to be special. Our theme this year is Greatest Little Island on the planet. So it's really an opportunity to encourage those who are that way inclined, because traditionally we tend to be very academic focused, and we like to push particular subjects, and there are children with various abilities. Some students are just very much more artistic, and you want to encourage and foster those talents and abilities, and also to have them know that this is a viable career path. When I was growing up, we weren't taught that at all. But it is a viable career path. And so this is a platform to encourage those students who are that way inclined to explore art, to explore the visual arts and get involved. So we look forward to seeing your submissions and judging your submissions, and of course having our prize giving ceremony in November.
Yes. Let me just add here that it was not, it may not have been taught at Bishop's.
But it's now taught at Bishop's. Last year's
But it was taught
winner,
at Scarborough.
last year winner was actually from Bishop's High School.
Yeah.
And she was not doing art in the school.
Well, congratulations to Bishop's High School. All right. And I love the opportunity here for persons, as you mentioned, those who are within the art program and those who are not attached to the art programs at their schools. But is it only for students?
It is only for students. So it's only for Tobago secondary school students. Yes.
Okay. Thank you so much, Avian Parks, for chatting with us this morning, and all the best to you.
Thank you very much, Rhea. Thank you to your viewers and listeners.
All right. Well, viewers, we continue on this morning. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back this morning, we continue on the program chatting with Melissa Agbeko Walker. And this morning, it's all about 9 simple secrets to optimal gut health. You don't want to miss it. So share the live, share the live, share the live.